Hello Internets, welcome back to the Blade Showcase for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's right, we are back and we are back at full force. This time, we're going to be looking at Agate. Agate I hold with a very special place in my heart because she is the first, or one of the first, rare blades I've ever unlocked. I believe she was like the third one I ever did. It was really, really exciting. I was in a voice chat when I got this. But aside from that though, Agate is, it's pretty easy to see why I would consider her good. She's a great axe, first and foremost, and I've said many times before, might as well repeat it right now. The Great Axe is one of the best movesets in the entire game, just due to how fun and easy to use they are, as well as having great damage potential. Now, obviously, the damage potential is almost solely reliant on the passives or the core properties of the actual blade. Agate, she is no exception. Now, the first thing I want to look at is going to be her weapon modification. We're going to be using the Moon Matter chip, and I recommend that everyone does the same, just because having a high critical rate is extremely important in comparison to auto attack damage. Critical damage obviously benefits Great Axes just because each Great Axe moveset comes with a critical recharge for one of the arts. This means you can spam indefinitely, and I'm pretty sure you guys know where I'm going with this. This means that you can build up your special meters extremely quickly as long as you keep cancelling out the same art over and over again. Very fun stuff. So, having a look at the affinity charts. This is pretty good. Like, her specials have very, very nice innate passives, but before we look at that, let's look at her main things. So, there's going to be Razor Sharp Iolite. This increases damage for the entire party, and even though 50% might not seem like much, at max affinity, if you have this, it's a really, really useful boost, and as I recall, it also stacks with Dagas. This means that you have a potential 200% damage for your entire party at max affinity. Really, really nice. As well, there's going to be the Tanzanite's Pursuer. This increases the damage to toppled enemies by 150%. Really, really cool because this increases topple damage, obviously, and the same thing can be said for Star Barrel Courage, so you can actually use both specials to obtain a lot of damage. As well, if you put her on certain drivers, not only does the Great Axe come with a topple, it also comes with a art that does bonus damage on toppled enemies, so you can easily find yourself proccing this passive very reliably as you're going through the main story or fighting non-super bosses, although it does work on super bosses too, so keep that in mind. Tiger's Eye Record. Now, I like this because it's kind of like, sort of like character development for those of you guys that have seen her personal story, but increased damage to insects is quite useful. It's a nice, sizable 80%. It might not be groundbreaking, but it is nice just to have, and even when you look at the baseline 40%, if you're just starting off with her, then that can be quite useful. Unfortunately, you won't find much use of this in the post-game, mainly just due to the fact that there are, to my knowledge, no insect-type super bosses, but quite a few uniques though, so don't let that stop you from using her. All in all, Agate's really, really good. Like, her specials are all about increases of damage, so launched enemies, if you like playing with driver arts. And honestly, because she does come with a topple, you'll actually find yourself making some pretty good use of these overall. As well, increased critical damage. This is really, really huge if you can fit this onto a chain attack, just because having extra critical damage on a special is always a good thing. So if you're able to facilitate that with like 2 elemental orbs, then this is something that you can definitely look forward to if you're trying to max out your damage in a chain attack. So, looking at the Aux cores, I'm actually going to try something a little bit different. Like, I'm not actually going to be running crit heal, surprise, surprise. Instead, we're going to try to go for something a little bit more supportive. So this is going to be critical up and telepathy 5. This means that her blade arts, as you'll see over here, will be more frequent. So this will increase the critical rate and accuracy. The thing about Agate is that being a Great Axe, you can build your specials really, really quickly. And with more specials comes more elemental orbs. So that's kind of what we're going to be aiming for in today's demonstration. And before I actually go to that though, I'm going to have a quick look at the pouch setup. Pretty much what we always use, but just for you guys to know, Char-Grilled Grumbird for more art recharges, and then Astrology Made Simple for more special damage, since we're going to be spamming them very often. And for the accessories, very different from what we usually do. Instead of a crit build, we're actually going to go with Omega Drive for more party gauge, as well Titanium Vest for more HP. Now, the party that I'm fitting Nia with will actually be more focused on healing, and having more party gauge obviously will help us revive more. Hopefully we won't need to use it, but it is just a nice bonus to have, to just kind of fill out the idea that she is the party healer. So yeah, gonna go ahead, cut the video, and I'll see you there. Alrighty, so here we are at Temperantia. We're going to be fighting against Pernicious Benf. I know I've said this many times before, but he's definitely one of the trickier super bosses in the game, despite being one of the lower leveled ones. This is mainly just due to the fact that he has a very reliable damage output, but as long as you're able to reliably keep yourself topped up, particularly during the second phase, then he shouldn't be able to pose much of a threat to you. That being said though, he is definitely one of the more challenging ones, so keep that in mind. Funny that you mentioned it. Funny that I mentioned it though, because I had a couple of recording attempts for this one, and I felt bad using a bunch of crit heal builds in my party, even though I was supposed to be the one doing the healing. But it turned out that he's still able to kill us. So remember, he kind of just keeps you on your toes most of the time. So thankfully, we do have a bunch of healers on our team. Should make things a little bit easier for us, especially during the first phase, but then all bets are off once the second phase rolls around. That being said though, we're going to try to beat him without using, we're not going to be using our chain attacks to finish him off. We're going to beat him fair and square through the power of OP crit builds. Nice. Okay, so here comes the meteorite. We can get a nice little meteorite topple, give ourselves some extra damage, and that should be pretty good. So we're going to build orbs, but we're going to try not to expend them. And we shouldn't need to, though. We have plenty of driver arts and fusion combos that we can be using. So let's see how that goes, shall we? Okay, so I guess Tora's gonna go next. Probably build a water orb after this. Yeah, because I'm not using a crit heal build, I'm actually not very fond of having aggro on me for a change. So, yeah. Oh, speaking of critting, when you have a Great Axe on Nia, it's very, very nice because Rhino Assault hits 3 times. That means that you have 3 times to get a critical hit, and 1 critical hit is all you need, just due to the fact that, like, the 1 crit will fully recharge all of it. Doesn't even matter how much damage your crit even does. It's very, very useful. Okay, so we're gonna have the Ruinous Weather. I'm gonna try to be more reliant on my party members to do the level 3 combo. That's because Agate already gives the extra damage for the entire party just by being on the field, so we might as well capitalize on that as best as we can. Also, while we're on the subject of Agate, since this is her showcase, a massive shout out to the person that made the Google Doc that made it easy, or easier, for us to do a, what's it called? Easier for us to do the Agate side quest. It's very, very vague, a little bit tricky to get into, but once you get it done though, it's quite it's quite nice. It's a nice story, but man, it's tricky. It's a really, really tricky one. Just because like there's just a lot of world exploration to do. But yeah, I'll put that in the description though. I'll just so that everyone can enjoy that. It's quite something. Let me just say that right now. Okay, we're going to. I don't think we have enough time to have Dromark on the team, so we might have to create a pandemic. Okay, yeah, we're gonna create a pandemic because I see Morag has a level 3, and I'm actually gonna have to start switching and then healing everyone. So yeah, hopefully Morag switches. Here we go. And then yes, just kind of cycle through all of my heals. And then yeah, then we're gonna be super invincible during this attack. So that's kind of what I did though. I went for the 2 group heals and then timed it. I just want to say right now that was not skill, that was just me mashing away, but that's good. Hey, helped us in the end. Okay, what is going to be our next combination? How about, yeah, we're going to get 2 levels of water. Yeah, 2 levels of water, and then we'll see if we can get ourselves something nice here. Okay, so just cancel all this. Again, keep everyone topped up. I know it seems like we're overreacting a lot to these attacks, but it's extremely important that you keep Tori healed up. See, that was a one-shot, man. Like, how fair can you get, right? And yeah, switch to Agate quickly so that Cassandra can have some of that extra damage. Yeah, again, we're not trying to build up any like chain attacks here, but like if we're going to be building up orbs, we might as well just get as much damage as we can out of them. But, yeah, like, honestly, though, if you do have chain attacks, though, Pernicious Benf is quite easy to deal with. It's just that at this stage of the game, he's really gonna start going for some cheap shots. Like, multiple Berserker Fangs in rapid succession. He's very, very, very tough. But he's weak to light, though, and our current fighter right now is a light type. Okay, so I see these attacks happening. Gonna start switching, heal the party. And I'm just gonna, yeah, just kind of burn through all my arts to give Agate a little bit more time. Okay, so Berserker Fang's coming in, so we're gonna heal that too. Okay, Gamma Ray. Make sure that he can do the Gamma Ray. And go for the heal again. So kind of what I'm trying to do right now is kind of, I guess, like a bulky kind of healer build. Beast Train. Oh man, I mistimed that. What I should have done, I should have just done the level 4 combo for myself. I should have just burned that one. Because, yeah, that Berserker... Sorry, not Berserker, that last attack, oh my goodness. One shot straight from 9,999. And we're gonna have to be very careful at this point. We don't want to make any mistakes that'll end up killing us all, like walking into the poison breath. Goodness. There are many near-death experiences to be had when fighting against this one. But the thing is, though, we're just gonna let Poppy's damage kind of carry us through the day. Oh man, okay, I tried pressing A to get the heals. This could be a clutch situation. Okay, here we go. Team heal. Okay, there we go. Heals for everyone. I was the one that was closest to death anyway, but we should be fine. Okay, so here's a topple. Oh, wrong attack. Wait. No, okay, I pressed the wrong button. If I did Bear Smash, that would have been some bonus damage. But do you know what? Let's try. Okay, you know what? Let's try to get ourselves to finish off Benf with a good old-fashioned level 4 combo, shall we? And yeah, like, you know, Agate's on the field. We have all the damage or all the bonus damage that we can possibly get. And honestly, it's just a matter of closing things out. Oh my gosh, that Berserker thing. Okay, we'll just have Agate finish it right now with this. Final blow. And off we are. So yeah, that's the thing about Agate though, is that, like, yeah, I've said this before, might as well say it again, there are no bad Great Axe users in this game. They're all very, very stellar in what they set out to do, and I know I was trying to stay as Agate as much as possible, but due to the fact that she can build special meter really, really quickly, it really helps, just because if you're trying to speed build to your orbs, and you don't want to use Mithra or Crit Mithra, or you can't use Crit Mithra due to the circumstances, then using a Great Axe would be just the next best thing. So yeah, that basically does it for the Agate showcase. This has been a long time coming. Like I said earlier, she was one of the very first rare blades that I had. But, well, if you haven't guessed already, the reason why is because I haven't been able to max out her affinity chart, just because her quest was so annoying. But, yeah, I'll leave that in the description, and hopefully you guys can enjoy using that one as well. And, yeah, she's just a really, really solid unit overall. Very underappreciated. Like, all of her specials are very, very useful. And I recommend you guys try playing around with her. Really, really fun blade. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.